sir. Don't you like the idea of competing?
This generation rules the nation
Songs.
with version.
You know, you're gonna go under it and
Music and the food of love. Songs to really make you rub and scrub. Dang, ba-dang, ba-dang, biddly, bang, biddly, bang. Bang, biddly, 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 bang. I said,
Pass the dutchie on the left hand side. Pass.
welcome, JDs and gentlemen, to the 16th
16th
edition of the Buccaneer Broadcast with me, Landon Worcester.
And I look Jepson.
We do sincerely apologize. Friday, you know, we did get canceled on Thursday.
Kind of threw us off.
Threw us off a little bit. Friday was a work day for the yearbook class, so we decided to lock in a little bit and get some work done. So
On Friday, we were reminded that yearbooks are due sooner than later in April, and the cost will go up here soon. So do not forget to order your handmade yearbook by this wonderful staff.
you do not want to be paying too much for those yearbooks. I mean, if you get it in the next week,
Especially in this economy, you don't want to be set back in debt. And getting your yearbook early will help you. Will help you from that.
about
So,
$10 in
yeah,
that debt. Right?
$10. Yeah, you can't. If like I said, with this economy and inflation these days, I mean, it's just something you can't afford. Anyways, going into sports, girls basketball ended their season last Thursday versus a very talented Delta squad. Can't say I know where Delta is. Never heard of them, to be honest, but I've heard they're very good. They were the 2 seed, so they have to be a pretty solid team.
Yeah, no, they we picked
Was Delta the 2 seed? Okay.
Okay. We picked them for a reason. I think Coach thought that he had.
We matched up well with them.
We matched up well with them, and we maybe had the size advantage. And through about 3 quarters, I thought, we may have had the upper hand, but in the end, just didn't fall our way, right? Just one of those games. So it was a great season from the girls. It was one of the things I noticed about girls is throughout the course of the year, I really saw like a big improvement.
For sure.
In the play. I mean, I think week 1 or 2 we play Allen East, and how much did we lose by 15? And then second time we played them, we kind of kicked their booty. Right?
Yeah, it kind of did.
So it was pretty fun watching how much they got better over the year.
But
and
beating Allen East is nothing new. I mean,
no. I mean, we kind of on that school.
Anyways,
but,
I kind of do have some beef with Allen East now, but I'm gonna lay that aside. Anyways, they ended up falling short, 47-43. Great game from them though. Not mentioned earlier. Congrats to Ayla, Blair, and Maylee for NWC honors. Great season from those 3.
Could we get 2 claps for those athletes?
Nice.
2 claps are getting worse and worse by week.
Anyways, boys basketball had a very successful week versus a handful of very talented teams, being Elida, Allen East, Maumee Valley Country Day, and those 3 teams very got some good players on them on those teams.
Absolutely, it was a nice week of b-ball, that's for sure.
Now, Maumee Valley Country Day, not many people came to that game because it was a Saturday afternoon game different. If you guys weren't there, we played a guy, sophomore, who was 7 feet tall, probably one of the taller human beings I have seen in my existence.
I think it was the tallest human being
I
have ever seen.
I was
in my
genuinely,
existence.
Looking up to him.
I mean, you should have seen him duck under the doorway to get into the gym. It was
that was probably pretty intimidating.
I mean, yeah, if it didn't, it was.
Yeah.
It was a little bit. I'll admit.
Yeah, but not intimidating enough to lose, as the boys picked up a W. They're looking to turn around this week, continuing their win streak. They play Wayne Trace on Friday in the sectional finals. Good luck to those gentlemen. Be a good game, I think.
Yeah, should be. They're Pretty talented squad. But,
and a buddy of mine informed me yesterday, 3 games away from playing in the regionals at Bowling Green.
Wow. Just 3 games?
Just 3 games. We won 3 games here in regionals. So
that'd be pretty awesome.
Anyways, bowling.
Elijah.
Any bowling info on the week? Districts at Rossford tomorrow.
Is that the one where you bowled a 3,999? Because I saw you bowled that one time. I thought that was funny.
Last week, yeah.
Okay. I myself am terrible at bowling, so I have the utmost respect for bowlers because there are times I don't even hit triple digits in bowling. I'm not gonna lie.
There's most times where I don't hit
90
more than 4 pins per roll.
Yeah,
so.
it's a sport that takes a lot of focus. I feel like, and you gotta hit the right spot.
Absolutely.
There's no room for much error. Wrestling team, great week.
Yeah, they it was pretty cool. I think we came back from on Friday, I believe. I don't know. One of the games throughout the week, we came back and heard that they won the NWC. So it was pretty. We were all pretty excited to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long it's been since our last wrestling NWC championship, but
I think
we won it last year too. Okay, well that's
must just be the standard here. Bluffton,
I guess so. But yep, Coach Richards did end up getting Coach of the Year.
Can we get 2 claps for our football and wrestling head coach getting Coach of the Year? All right, it's just getting progressively worse. So, anyways, no. Thank you to our lone senior, Jet Blackburn.
Oh, yep.
Being a leader on this.
Talented wrestling squad.
It's a younger squad for sure, but Jet was the lone senior who
had to
glued the squad together.
Absolutely.
For sure. So we do want to move on, but we also want to apologize because we were unable to get a special guest on this week's episode. But we also want to promise next week we're going to find an absolute banger of a special guest. So hold tight, and we'll have an amazing episode next week with a nice special guest.
Yes, we will. Okay, and with that, everyone knows this means our favorite game and yours too. We will be playing Wavelength. Last week, Luke was it was my turn to go, and I think Luke picked the number 6. And I picked 5. It was pretty disappointing. I banged my head on the back wall. I got, it was a tough day. So Luke, cover your ears and close your eyes. What are we thinking about today, guys? What number? 1 through 10. All right, I see a lot of I hope he didn't hear that. Luke, did you hear that? What? Okay, that's what I'm going to go with then. Did you seriously hear what I said? Okay. Okay.
All right. My first question is kind of going to be an odd one.
It's an odd one. Okay.
It's going to be different.
No, that's all right.
I'm going to have you throw at me any U.S. state based off, experience and, fun, I guess.
Off of fun.
Like
fun. Okay. I know what I'm going to do.
Like entertaining.
I'm going to go with this state because I've been here. And, I don't know if you have, but I'm going to go with South Dakota.
Okay. I can't say I've ever been to South Dakota. I'm pretty sure Mount Rushmore is in North Dakota, so I don't think there's very much of anything to do in South Dakota. So from my personal experience, I'm going to go with a 3.
Okay. Next question.
Okay. Any high school class?
Okay. So, and when I say this class, there's absolutely nothing against the teachers or this class. It is all me. So I don't want anyone to
This
be
might have been
holding
a
grudge
controversial
against me.
question.
And with that, I will probably have to go with. I'll have to go with art.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm still sitting low because I've personally never taken an art class. I'm not much of an artist myself, so I'm still sitting in that 2 to 3 range.
Next question.
Okay. And I can't really get a read on if I'm
And
doing
this
good
this
here or not.
this is the third and final question, so this is a big one.
Okay.
We don't have all day.
I know. Well, we don't have special guests this week, so maybe some of the time could. All right. I'm gonna go with any. That's a little. Any basketball player, based off their shooting skills.
Bruh, come on. Okay.
In
What are you talking about? Okay.
Do you want me to go in high school or
In NBA? In NBA, that's fine.
No. Okay. I was thinking about on our basketball team.
On our basketball team, bruh. Okay, I'll go with myself.
Well, he's terrible at shooting, so. Well, if you say yourself, you know, and it's pretty low, it kind of worries me that you're not very confident in your shooting. So you know what? I'm gonna go with a 3.
Yes, dude, that's it. Let's go.
Awesome. I swear to you, I did not hear it. I heard someone say I heard it. I did not hear it. South Dakota was a great state, by the way. Absolutely nothing to do in South Dakota.
Hey. Okay. All right. We're not South Dakota. If you're listening to this, don't. I mean, nothing against you, South Dakota. So.
Out of curiosity, what 2 or 3 states would have been maybe a 10 or a 1?
I think a 10 probably would have been California.
California and Florida. Were my 10s.
And if it was a 1, I probably would have went with Iowa.
Okay. Well, my grandma was from Iowa, and Iowa's got some good stuff to do, actually.
I did go to Iowa and visit the Corn Palace. So that was pretty cool.
Field of Dreams, yes.
Field of Dreams,
very
I've
cool.
been there. I think those are about the 2 things to do in Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Iowa. Okay.
Now my 1 would have been Wyoming.
Oh, Wyoming.
Actually, I shouldn't say that. I've heard Wyoming has some
Yellowstone?
pretty nice.
Your 1 would have been Wyoming. It has Yellowstone.
It
Have
has
you
some
ever
nice
been there?
scenery. Okay, I take it back. No, I've never been to Wyoming.
I think Wyoming would have been like a 7 for me.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. This is getting a little intense up here. All right. So what's our song of the week this week?
Oh, let me get it. I'm playing it this week, guys.
This was Landon's song choice. And honestly, a great song.
Oh, geez, I have to get it on here first. I don't know if I can find it. Oh, crap. No.
Good riddance.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, for disclosure, Landon, I mean, it's important noting this is Landon's song, not mine, and it's a very, very good song. I have to give it to him.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the
Wrist directs you where to go.
So make the best of this
Test and don't ask why.
All right. Like we always do, we don't want to spoil the whole song for you.
And I'm going to go with my lyric because I already have it picked. I'm going to go with, but in the end, it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
That's a good lyric, but I thought for the first time this year we were going to pick the same lyric because earlier last week I took a test that, I went into, and I probably didn't do the best preparation.
Okay. All right.
I told myself, you know what? Yep. I've been studying all year for this class. I'm gonna take a little break and not study as much for it. The lyric, so make the best of this test and don't ask why.
Wow.
Really hit home for me because that week I really didn't ask why that chapter made sense because it didn't make much sense to me. I went into the test and I made the best of it because I don't think I did too bad on it, to be honest. So.
And I'm not asking why.
And I'm not gonna, I'm not ever really gonna need that information for my career. So sometimes in life you just have to make the best of the test and don't ask why.
Good point.
So with that, Good Riddance, great song by Green Day, 1997. Rackley, was that in a movie or anything, or just a good song?
Because someone did say.
Friends season finale. So if you're into Friends, you probably have heard this song before. I've heard Friends is a very good show. Personally, never watched it myself, but
my parents are big Friends fans. I sometimes watch it a little bit when they're watching it. But okay, that will be the conclusion of this broadcast. We do have one more announcement though.
It is somebody's birthday in yearbook, and we wanted to wish her a happy birthday. So we're going to point the camera on the birthday girl, and if we all could sing happy birthday on 3, that would be tremendous. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jordan. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Okay.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
All right. Enough of that.
All right.
Let's fix this camera real quick. There we go.
Thank you guys.
Jordan did personally ask us to do that, so.
Thanks again for tuning in to the 16th episode. Just a reminder to buy your yearbooks, and next week tune in for a special guest. See you later.
Music, I'm so full of love.